So today we're going to be setting up the tank a little bit more. We have aqua soil and sand in there, and the sponge filter, and then some plants, right? But there's nowhere for the axolotl to hide, and there's nowhere for shrimp to hide, because we do want shrimp to populate this tank. That way the axolotls are a little bit more self-sustaining. That's what I'm all about here, self-sustaining tanks. So that's what we're going to do today. Follow along for the process. So we're outside. See some rocks right here. We might be able to pick some of these up. We're going to take them, put them in the fish tank. But before we do that, there's another process that it has to go through. We're also going to find a stick, not a stick, but more of like some bark that creates a tunnel for the axolotl to hide in. So let's go do it. So when you're finding rocks, you want to make sure they're smooth for your axolotl, or else they can cut themselves on it. So I have a lot of rocks in here. You don't need this many if you have a small tank, like a 20-gallon long for one axolotl. But if you have a bigger tank, you're going to need a lot of rocks. And we have a lot of tanks and a lot of axolotls, so we need a lot of rocks. And we're going to get these ready for the future. But let's go find, after you take a look at this, we're going to go find a really good tunnel-shaped piece of bark. These mountain flowers, or I should say wildflowers. These are pretty as all get out. Randomly growing up here on the hill. We found the piece of wood that we want. We had to give up on the woods up there. We had to come on down here to where we chop firewood, and this is where we've located it. But we got it. We have our rocks. Now let's go do the next step. Okay, so all we're gonna do is boil the rocks in the wood. Okay, we want to boil the rocks. We want any bacteria that's on the rock that's not good for the fish or axolotls. You want that off. So that's why we're boiling the rocks. And after we're done with the rocks, we will boil the wood. What that does is it gets rid of any of the bad bacteria, but at the same time, it also releases tannins. So tannins will make your tank really dirty. So you want as much of the tannins out. Unless, it's not going to make your tank dirty, it's going to have a darker color to it. And you'll just be forced to do water changes. So if you don't want darker water, get the tannins out of your wood first. So the rocks were boiling for about 30 minutes, give or take a couple. We got those, they're downstairs. We're waiting to put them in the tank. But well, in the meantime, what we're going to do is this is boiling, or starting to boil. And once it's boiling, and it's been boiling for, I didn't put a timer. We'll put it on here for 45 minutes. It's going to take a while. Oh, that's 45 seconds. So after 45 minutes, we'll come over here and we will rotate this and get the other part of the wood into the boiling water. Get all those tannins out, get all the bad bacteria off, and get it in Sunshine's tank. Alright, we have a worm here. We're going to feed Sunshine in the meantime while the wood is boiling upstairs. And you're going to want to stay tuned to the next video to watch us put this entire tank together. Or not the entire tank, but do everything that we said at the beginning of this one.